Hello everybody, welcome back to Fallout 4. As you can see, we are still at the castle. Because the little bit of running around and equipping and that I did in between parts actually made our next quest spawn. So I figured we would do that, this part, and then depending on how long it takes, which I don't think will be a bit, we can put up a bit more defenses because I did go and get some more steel and everything. Uh, so we should be good to go. But
Ready to
anyway,
talk
this
to
is
me?
Ronnie Shaw.
Who are you?
I'm Ronnie Shaw, Commonwealth Minutemen. At least I was. Back before Joe Becker got himself killed and the idiots took over.
Glad to meet you. We can use some more veterans around here.
Well, you're right about that. I feel like some of these you've got still may need their diapers changed.
I'd still like to hear what you came to talk to me about.
Heard you were trying to get the Minutemen back on their feet. Thought I'd come see the new general for myself. So what's your story? What makes you think anybody even wants the Minutemen back?
At least we're trying to help people. Can you say the same?
Don't give me any attitude, Sonny. I've been a Minuteman longer than you've been alive. But I've heard some good things about what you've been doing. Wouldn't be here otherwise. Now that I'm here, I can see you really need my help.
Are you offering to rejoin?
I guess I am. But first things first. I'm probably the only one who still remembers this. But the castle's armory was located in the West Bastion. All of our best equipment was stored in there. Weapons, ammo, schematics, you name it. Come on, I'll show you.
So, as you can see, we have Minutemen walking around with
Yes.
armor on. We have some called settlers, and then some are the actual ones called Minutemen. But there should be... I'm missing two settlers, though, is the thing.
Ah, good. Looks like it might still be intact. Door still sealed. Bastion hasn't collapsed. Trick now is finding a way in.
May I suggest breaking these bricked up windows? No?
I hope you have an idea.
Of course I do. If you can't go through, go around. Let's have a look at the Northeast Bastion.
But yeah, so I went to Outpost Samanja because I had to actually go and defend that. Because I kept forgetting, once again, to take people out of there. So I went there, and I went to... the lake house. I don't remember what its name is now. The one that we had to go and defend anyway. And I took the 4 guys from that and sent them here. So, like, if we look in here, as you can see, it says we have 10 people, but I can't find 2 of them.
This was the general's quarters. Used to be a tunnel leading from...
As you see, I did do a little bit of building in between the beds, but that's pretty much it.
The tunnel's blocked by this rubble. We'll have to find some way to clear it.
I'd hate to be the guy who has to sleep in this bed. I really thought that the rubble would clear away this as well, but I guess not.
Let's get down there and see if there's still a way through.
You may have even been able to do that. I'm not sure if you can. You may have been able to do that before even starting this quest. You can't get to the end point of this without doing the quest, but you may have been able to clear the rubble and get down here. Now, you do have to watch for mines.
Pretty dark down here. We better watch our step.
Because there are quite a few mines, and there is a turret at some point, I do believe, and a robot, but it isn't a very big section underneath here. Apparently got some radiation.
Quick. This area isn't agreeing with us.
Oh yeah, we got a fuck ton of cannonballs. Or if you have the broadslider. Because as you can imagine, Civil War fort, you know, it's gonna have some cannonballs, since that was their biggest gun at the time. I actually heard a really funny story about old school cannonballs when they made the Declaration of Independence and everything, right? And what is it, the Bill of Rights? That has all the, like, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, and that, right? I think that's the Bill of Rights. When they made that, right, the Second Amendment, you know, everybody gets guns, basically, if you want to super simplify it. Really? There was a letter wrote to, like, Jefferson or somebody, one of the people who made it anyway, that was like, hey, look, this says that, like, we can have guns, but, like, that doesn't mean cannons, does it? And he was like, yeah, of course it means cannons. It means you get guns. And it's just like, I never actually read the letter, but it's still funny to me. So, like, I don't know exactly how it's worded, but it's still funny to me that it's like, I mean, but that doesn't mean we can have, like, the biggest guns available, does it? It's like, yeah, of course it does, dumbass. Why wouldn't you be able to have the biggest guns? Like, come on. Well, it's just hilarious to me. Alright. Excuse me, Kate. Yell away. Oh, fuck. So, we did advance our affinity with Kate last part, enough to get a conversation. And it made me think, I'm not entirely sure that the way I describe getting affinity is correct. Because I said that it's like, you get some from, you know, the likes and dislikes and loves and hates, you know. Well, I guess you don't get any from the dislikes and hates, but I said you also gain a little bit.
Well, I'll be. I would have never guessed the Sarge would still be down here. Don't worry, it's one of ours.
Error. File corruption detected. Initiating defensive protocols.
Jiminy Cricket! He's on the fritz! Look out!
Just calm down.
Let's get this over with.
Now, unfortunately, despite this being a named robot that we can hack due to our perk, and while she was down immediately, we can't save Sarge. Unfortunately, Sarge has to die. And he actually has to die to advance the quest line. Oh, that didn't quite kill him. Oh god, Kate, that was a bad time.
Sarge went haywire. He's been guarding the castle since, forever, as far as I know.
Oops. But yeah, she won't advance without us. But yeah, you can get up to this point, I think, before starting the quest, but you can't make it through this door without it. Because this terminal is, inaccessible.
Darn it. Oh, it's been a long time. United we stand.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
That was it.
Now we can use it. Yeah. But yeah, you can't get into that computer without her. Why, look at all the wine. Oh, and a Amontillado bottle. Okay.
That explains all the landmines. This is, well, was General McGann. He had your job back when I first joined up. Must have gotten trapped down here when that sea beast attacked the castle. He did manage to keep the armory secure. I'll give him that much. Guess the uniform is yours now, if you want it. This old geezer doesn't need it anymore. Rest in peace, General. Your fight is done, and the Minutemen...
Alright, let's see. Attacked in the night. Last night at about 0200, I was woken by a crash that shook the whole castle. Lieutenant Foster reported that some huge creature had breached the western wall. Sent him to radio for reinforcements while I used the tunnels to lock down the armory. Shortly after that, a second crash caved in the only other exit from the tunnel. The only thing I can think of large enough to do that kind of damage is a behemoth, and if super mutants have taken the courtyard, I can't risk the artillery falling into their hands. All I can do for now is set up defenses and wait for someone to dig me out. I mean, that makes sense. It turned out to be a Mirelurk Queen, so he could have opened up the door with very little risk of the invaders, in quotes, wanting in there to use the weapons. But I mean, obviously he can't know that from inside. It's now clear that we must have lost the battle. I've heard something pounding on the armory door, but the walls will fall in before that door gives away. In case they attempt to clear the rubble from my quarters, I've set up all the defenses that were left down here. I don't like to think about super mutants using artillery against helpless settlements. I'm running low on water, but I still hope that the survivors will regroup and mount a counterattack in time. Unfortunately, we did not. This will likely be my final entry. My supplies have all run out, and I've given up hope that rescue is coming. The only thing left is an old case of wine I found. I know it will only make the dehydration worse, but at this point, I'd rather meet my fate with a toast. And I mean, there was, 4 empty bottles of wine I think I picked up? And apparently they were the fancier ones.
Sentimental about something that happened 40 years ago.
Oh yeah, this is a reference to something. I don't remember what. I think I've heard people say it's like a reference to like a Robert Frost poem, maybe some old poem. Maybe it was a Edgar Allan Poe person, but you know, it's like it's a person in a wall. I've seen a lot of things, and it would be like it's like a fairly like spooky, terrifying imagery as it is. So I mean, just because somebody does it doesn't mean they were referencing something, you know. So as you can see, we're back outside, which means we can actually go back into this, into build mode. And if we go, boop.
Okay, here we are.
And look at
Told you
that.
I'd get us in here. Now, let's see what kinds of goodies are left.
Unfortunately, we can't clear out any other rubble. But we do get an artillery schematic.
Excellent. The armory's still intact. Everything we need, just waiting for us. You found the schematics for building artillery, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually not even going to bother to take all this. I'll just leave the armory outfitted like this. Why not?
I have to admit, Ronnie, having artillery would help out quite a bit.
Oh, we used to rain down fire on Deathclaws and super mutants alike. It was a glorious thing. All right, let's get going. Don't forget to grab some smoke grenades, too.
Artillery supplies, smoke grenades.
Hey,
Looks like you've got everything we need. As soon as you get some artillery built, we'll do a test fire to calibrate it.
Alright. So yeah, now with that, we can now build artillery, which will give us another option to call in help. Is it under guard? I don't actually know what it's under. Oh, there it is. It goes under special. So this is our artillery. Put it in the ground, obviously. Face it away from the courtyard. Oh, and the other guys. But for some reason, oh look at that, he is walking across. But for some reason, we get a lot of, like, my 3 Minutemen that I have set up assigned to guard duty on the guard post. For some reason, they don't like to use the guard post. They prefer to stand guard, like, next to... Oh, is that one of the... Oh, look at that, I found one of the settlers.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd like to trade some items.
Go ahead.
I was looking for you for so fucking long. Okay, you're gonna be one of our artillery. Because I figured that the ones named Settler, I would assign to artillery, whereas the ones named Minutemen, I would give the guard duty to. And I did make them all armor. I made the guard duty Minutemen sturdy combat armor. And then I made these guys regular combat armor with slightly different upgrades on them. Because the ones that I have on guard duty, I gave 50 cal snipers to. So I gave them stabilizing for their arms, whereas the other ones I gave strength into to lower limb damage. Let's get another one. Now, as long as you have one of these built in a settlement, because it does actually take into account. Oh, nice! And there's
Need
the
to get
other
back to
settler.
Diamond City one of these days.
Oh, dude, you have
Biggest
no
town
idea
in
how
the
long
city.
I spent running around
Let's
looking for
trade.
these assholes.
Sure thing.
Like, I was looking for them for so long. And now they're just like, hello, how are you? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Coat, militia hat, sunglasses. Oh. And then since you're here, this can
Okay.
be your artillery piece. Oh god, I need more settlers actually if I'm going to do this. If I'm going to do this right, because I forgot just how many of these locations there are. And I only brought enough settlers to man 4 of them. Another settler? Nope. Come on, up and over we go. But there's more than one. I don't know why I thought there was only 4 locations. I don't remember if having more makes a difference. Okay, no, he is assigned. We got one more guy that I know we have one more settler. In fact, I think it's a ghoul settler, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, and then this is our Minuteman Doctor. Because he's another one that's actually called Minuteman, so I figured I would make our guards and our medic officially Minutemen. And then I also have weapons and armor here, but I'll move those to the armory here in a minute. And I moved Preston here as well. He's going to work the armor, and Ronnie Shaw there, who will join us after we're done the quest. I don't remember if we can immediately assign her or if we have to like wait a bit. But either way, we're going to make her a weapon merchant. Because either way, she's basically a weapon merchant. Like, you don't even have to assign her to anything. I think she just becomes a merchant. Oh, there's a person who went in here, right? I guess they didn't stick around, though. Oh, come on. Why do I always have such a hard time finding these dickheads here? Man. Well, whatever, I have one more to build anyway. Now that's Ronnie. And actually, come to think of it, I may have to alter my stairs here. If I put you there, yeah, because now you won't attach to there because of that, right? And if I move you, it's just so that it's moved, I don't think you'll attach there either. Hey, what are you doing down there, you dumbass? Why is there multiple people under here? Well, there's the settler I need. You morons. No wonder I kept losing track of you. Oh god, now I'm fucking stuck down here too. But at least I can go through the wall. You, can you come out? You specifically I need. Knew I should have put more shit in walls. But it didn't, because I was like, oh, it should be fine, but it's blocked off. There's no pathways down into the wall. So they shouldn't be dumb enough to get themselves caught in it. No, of course they can somehow get caught in it. Let's just do this. Just need it to be placed so I can get closer. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Get back to concrete floors. That. I guess. Small ones, but will it hook? No, I want it. Now it won't go underneath. Well, that's not a surprise. But whatever. They'll just have to walk around here and not straight into it. But that should be fine. You know what? Let's do this a little differently. Oh, not roots. And I want to say that there is a way to adjust how you're holding something to like move it, but what did I say? Alright, well, I'll just do that then. Call it good. And hope they don't fucking fall through again. So I need one more settler to come in. Run my guns, I guess. Although, by the looks of it, the one that I had set up to do that one is one of the ones that's fucking stuck under the ground like a dumbass.
Ah, gosh darn, it's good to see artillery here again. So here's the thing about the big guns. They can't fire at anything too close, but their range is impressive. That's what the smoke grenades are for. Toss one of those at the bad guys. If we have artillery in range, we'll confirm over the radio and target our fire on your smoke. But first, we better do a test fire. Make sure we're hitting what we're aiming at.
I don't remember what we test fire at either. Also, they do add defense to your settlement, but as she said, they can't fire at anything too close, so for the most part, I'm not sure that they actually help defend your settlement. Also, don't know where she's going. Yeah. She's going to point out what we're supposed to fire at, test fire at, but I'm assuming that normally she would just walk through the breach in the wall. But because we have that patched up. See, look, and this guy doesn't even make any sense. Like, he's standing guard here. Why? Like, there's not even a guard post there. I wonder if I have a place where we have, like, one settler or something. I should probably go around at some point and make sure that, like, all of my, maybe I'll do that after I'm done recording Vampire today, I'll go to the Mechanist lair and make sure that I have somebody going to every settlement. Really? Going all the way to the front, eh? You couldn't use the door, the nice door that I had made there, eh? Really? Jackass. Because I want to say she gets us to bomb the same, like, that diner there.
You see that little building over there? We'll use that for our aiming point. Keep your radio on and tuned to Radio Freedom so we can confirm we're ready.
Alright. So we need to go to Radio Freedom, which hopefully won't screw us over. And then we have... Where are they? Oh, artillery smoke grenade, not just smoke grenade. Got it.
Alright, General, if you hear me, we're ready. Toss one of those smoke grenades into the target area and we'll start the test fire.
So we toss that there. Then we get out of range. And
Got your smoke on the target. You might want to stand back. Yeah, you know, just in case.
come
You got
on.
a second? I got
No! Doing a test here. Are you guys gonna fire? Hello? Oh, shit, they fired.
Yes?
It's cool that you actually get to see them fire if you're there. But yeah, they will... Now, like I said, they do have a range, and like Ronnie said, they do have a range. And it's fairly decent. And it's not a horrible idea to have one built at like every settlement. It's not necessary, like some settlements are very much close enough together that having one at each is kind of pointless, but if you have one built at every settlement, I'm not sure that there's a point that you can't use them. But yeah, as you see, it lays waste. It's very good
I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's
if
some
you
sight at
don't
the end of the
find
road.
like if you can find like a super mutant behemoth or like a I was gonna say group of deathclaws, but I don't think that there really is much for like groups of deathclaws. But like an outside, like a rather large outside super mutant area, it also works for that. It works very well, and I'm not sure if like, is that the right? Yeah, that's the right. Yeah. Oh well, no, because one of the guards is a woman too. Maybe it isn't them. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, they actually move it and everything. Well, yeah, it's settler, so it has to. But yeah, I don't know if how many guns you have within range changes it or anything. Like, I don't know if the fact that we have 4 working guns on here changes how many shells get fired or anything. I would imagine it does change something because, like, obviously with multiple guns you can fire a lot faster. And obviously, you know, we're standing next to this gun and seeing explosions where it's not her firing, so clearly they do something. Boosh. Anyway, while they're doing that, Kate,
Hey.
get something to say.
This better be worth it. You have time to talk now. Still have something important to say.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Appreciate it. We've been on the road together for a while, and we've taken some hard knocks. But through all that crap, I notice you've always been sticking by me. You know, watching me back and making sure I don't do anything stupid. I think maybe it's time to tell you a little bit about who you're traveling with. There's no reason for us to keep acting like we're strangers.
See, now, as I was saying before, and I forgot to say, I'm not 100% sure that it's actually just spending time with them that does it. I think it might be as you gain experience while they're with you is what actually raises their affinity, which is why I end up raising affinity pretty quickly with a lot of people because I do a lot of building. And when you do a lot, and like obviously we've barely done anything with Kate. We haven't been with her for very long, but we built like a fuck ton of stuff here at the castle while she was around, right? While she was with us. And for people, for like Preston, that makes sense. That's fine. Same with like Codsworth. That's fine. That makes sense because they're with you. They're seeing you rebuild and everything, right? But for somebody like Kate, who's distrustful of you because of her past, which is very reasonable, having you around just like building stuff, it doesn't seem like a good reasoning for her affinity to go up, you know?
I appreciate your trust.
Well, you're the first to earn it. It all starts with two wastes of humanity I suppose you could call me parents. I'm convinced I was a mistake, because I can't remember a single moment that they treated me like their daughter. I was yelled at and beaten. Everything I did was wrong. Nothing but a nuisance in their eyes. The whole time I was telling myself that they had to love me, even if it was just the tiniest bit, because they never kicked me out. Then me 18th birthday arrived, and I found out why they kept me around. They slapped a shock collar around me neck and sold me to slavers. They didn't even care enough about me to say goodbye. 18 years of suffering through that shite, and all I was worth to them was a pocket full of caps.
My God. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. But there's more to the story. It would be easy to blame me charm and personality on me parents, but they didn't make me this way. I did. I was with those slavers for 5 years. Roughest 5 of my goddamn life. The things they made me do. The way they used me for their amusement. It sickens me to me stomach even thinking about it. But I bided me time and learned to use their own methods against them. Stealing a few caps out of a sleeping man's pocket is a piece of cake. As long as you don't get greedy.
I can't believe you tolerated that. I would have killed them all.
That's easy for you to say. You weren't there. You have no idea what I went through. It took every ounce of patience I had. But after 5 years, I had finally pocketed enough to buy me own way out of there. But instead of heading off to try and repair the shambles of me life, I gave in to me rage and I headed home. You can imagine the look on me parents' faces when I kicked open their door. What you can't imagine is what they looked like after. After I emptied me gun into them.
You did what you had to do.
Did I? When I close me eyes, all I can see is their faces twisted with fear. And then my mind starts wandering and I start judging myself. And it's ripping me the fuck apart. You think I inject myself with all that shite and drink myself drunk because I'm a tough Irish girl. I do it so I can forget and move on with my miserable life. So there you are. The entire flawed package known as Kate. Stripped bare for your perusal.
I'm proud of you.
I knew I was taking a chance telling you all this, but I never expected you to say you were proud of me. I think I needed to hear that from you. Thank you.
I'm always here for you, Kate. There's nothing you can say that would ever change that.
Oh, well, that's not what I expected you to say. Sorry. I
Wow,
didn't
what a
realize you
shit time
cared
for
that
that
much
part
about
to
me.
proc.
And here I thought I was being stupid, bothering you with me problems. It feels good to know if I need you, you'll be there for me. And I'll always be there for you, too.
Alright.
Yes?
Where's... Oh, right, Preston. Armor. Armor stand. This way.
Howdy, General.
One of these doors. Oh, there it is.
One day, we'll put this back together.
Better than ever. I gotta hand it to you, General. You've really turned things around for the Minutemen. I never thought I'd see the day that the Minutemen had artillery support again. We should see about building them at all our settlements to expand our coverage. And Ronnie Shaw returns. She's something else, isn't she?
Yeah, she definitely knows how to take charge.
Ha! That's a bit of an understatement from what I hear. I'd heard stories about her from the old-timers, but I didn't know she was still around. The fact that she's come back to the Minutemen means we must be doing something right.
Alright. Honestly, I was like 50-50 on whether or not he gave us a quest to build more of those. To build more artillery at settlements. But I guess not. But that's fine. Anyway. Okay, we're going to have a little weapons depot here. Assigned to armory, I guess.
Now that we have the armory back, you can resupply here whenever you run low on supplies. Anything you need right now?
Let me see what you've got.
Take a look.
Yeah, so I think she does sell something here. Some legendary. Obviously, she does sell some actually pretty good weapons. Some higher grade ones, but I think she has a legendary in here somewhere. Yeah, the last minute. 50% more limb damage on a Gauss rifle. It's not horrible. I mean, limb damage on a sniper is kind of in my opinion, but it's still technically better than, you know, a non-sniper.
Hi, Ronnie.
Looking to resupply?
I'm sure. No, barter.
Not right now.
What are you pestering me for then?
Alright, so apparently she is just a weapons merchant, period. I thought that you could, you know, we'll just store that. And then Preston, I guess, can stay where he is. Maybe I'll set up a little bit of a, more of like a displays around him of like different weapons. Just, well, not of weapons, of just, maybe I'll put a couple of things of armor on there. But anyway, I would like to set up our, since we're here, we may as well set up our defenses for the front gate. Missile turret there, we'll just more or less match them to, whoops, not what I wanted to do. Match them to the other side. Except this side only has one guard post instead of two. I may also have to do some shit for size wise. Oh god, this is very annoying. This stupid hill is here. But I guess I just have to put it there to compensate, since I can't get it on the corner. Put a couple of heavy laser turrets here, up here. There, should be good. Do the same on this side. There, and then one there. That. Yeah, I don't think this is centered. It's centered. Oh, it's not even centered on the door. Oh, fuck. I was afraid of that. Oh well, I nailed it though. Look at that. Right on the door. Oh, our size is up. Have to adjust that right away. Also, this one, no, that was it. Okay, so that's centered on the door now. So that being there makes more sense. Of course, it's a lot harder to judge where this one should go without having the wall there, but that. And then I do believe that it's right over here. So how would... Well, I mean, we've got this pylon here, right? So we may as well just attach from there. Connectors. Nothing more can be built. Alright. That's what you say. But if I go in here, where's my junk? And I drop all this. Because see, when you drop, they can't stop you from dropping stuff in settlement, right? And as soon as you drop it in the settlement, it counts as part of the size of the settlement. So if you then drop a bunch of stuff and scrap it, it will lower the size. Apparently what you drop matters. Let's drop pipe pistols, pipe rifle. There we go. As you can see, that gave me like just like the tiniest bit back, but that's all we need really. Okay. And we shall take this. I did see it turn blue there for a second, though, which doesn't make sense if it's not. Oh. Doesn't really make sense that I can turn it blue there, but not up there, but whatever. We'll put up another pylon, just like on the last one. We'll put this one at the back of the wall, though. And connect it to there. Go, we got them running. And then down here, we'll go back to our defenses. Let's put one here. One here. Does that look right? Yeah, more or less. Oh, I think I'm out of size again. Yeah, but I can't connect. All right, well that's fine. I know that I got some clothes off of these people that I don't care about. So let's drop that. Coat. Sure, combat boots. Yeah, you can drop pretty much anything. Some stuff will get you more than others, obviously. And apparently I'm out of ceramic? Really? Good God, I thought I had fucking went and picked up pretty much everything I would have needed. Oh goody, I can use a switch. And that, but... So I can use a switch that, in theory, should take the same amount of stuff, but I can't use any of the, just the regular power things because it requires ceramics. I can even use these junction things. You know what? Where's the upside down? Or, no, actually. Let me do this, right? Because this should work. Do that. There. And there. And if I go all the way to the other side, I should have the upside down ones. I can connect there, right? Connects to there, that connects to there. Drop down. That connects to there. And that connects to there. And there we go. And now it's watching the front entrance. Alright. And like I said, I think that's the only two points of attack that can occur are the front and back gate. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm reasonably certain. Power. Lights. I would kind of like to light up this place a bit more, but I just don't know really what to put out here, you know? Because, I mean, a lot of the lights, like, I just want basically those, like, I wouldn't mind putting more of the searchlights in all honesty, but I feel like that would be weird.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
I mean, I want to say that, like, the track lights actually light up quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I was. Maybe they're more targeted than I thought. See, what do we have? I mean, in all honesty, if I could hang these, like, from the power lines, that would probably be best. Or if I could, like, hang them from the middle leading to, like above the entrance here, for example. Like, if I could hang them here and have them connected just, like, all the way to here, that would probably be ideal. But you can't really do that. And then we have street lights. If I was going to do them, though, I'd do this one for sure. Which, in all honesty, nope, not what I wanted. No, I want the other end of it, you jackass. Well, attach to there. Attach to there. Because then that can go away. And then we just have the light. So if we line the lights up with the point, stand with, like, my back to this and try and line them up at least somewhat nicely, right? Oh, something's happening here.
All quiet, which is how we like
It's weird.
Stay safe out there.
But I've been having weird stuff happening. When I was... What was I even building? I was doing something in Sanctuary. Oh, right. It wasn't even that I was building. I was trying to... When I was making the armor in that, I was building stuff in Sanctuary. And... Or I needed to move the one thing, because, like, the one crate that I had wasn't... It wouldn't let me into it. Like, my crate that has all of my weapons and that in it at Sanctuary, I couldn't get into it because it just wasn't letting me open it. So I thought, oh, okay, maybe it's like a weird bug. I'll see if I can, like, move the crate, because maybe it has something to do with where it's sitting and that. And then for some reason, when I would go into it, into build mode, it told me that I was holding a heavy machine gun turret, which was weird, obviously, because, you know, I wasn't, and it let me store, like, a bunch of heavy machine gun turrets that didn't exist.
Across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Oh, you know what? Also, I just realized that I never turned off radio for y'all. There we go. That looks a bit better, right? Lit up. And it probably wouldn't be bad to have. Oh, wait, I don't think I went past it, did I not? Yeah, I did. To have like one more closer to the walkways and that, right? I guess the corner of the walkway would be right about there. The nice thing about these lights is not only do they obviously light up everything, but they also act as pylons, which is always pleasant. And this one, obviously, the street light be a bit closer since it's. Alright, and I still need to put that wall back as well. Patch up the hole I made to get the dumbass out. This one, go right about there, I guess. There we go. That's not bad. It's, you know, it's still like fairly dark out here, but I mean it's not like dark, so that should be fine. All right.
Is this a better time for that talk?
Can we trade a few things?
Nice. All right. So now she might be. Let me take that from you. So one thing I like to do with Ronnie here is actually give her the general outfit because I don't really care for it.
Do your job. I'll do mine.
What?
What conversation?
Just all that stuff about how I was feeling about life when you first met me in Concord. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't talking complete nonsense.
I understood. And I appreciated your
Okay.
trust in opening up to me like that.
Oh, good. I guess I was more coherent than I thought. It's just, I was ready to give up. I didn't care if I lived or died anymore. At least not for myself. And it was because of you and who you are that turned things around for me. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
That's great. But I'm not comfortable getting into this kind of thing with you.
Oh, sure. I'll try to keep that in mind from here on out. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I guess we should get back to it, huh?
That was weird. I feel like we probably had that conversation before. Anyway,
I think we're really starting to make a difference.
since Ronnie there
Building something
is the
good, I hope.
general, I think, actually, where's the one I took from her? 6 crank capacitor, I think, is max. Bracketed long barrel is, yeah, the full stock, yeah. And long night vision scope. Wow, wow, look at that. She's actually nailed it. That's actually more or less what I was going to make for her anyway, so. I guess I didn't have to go through that. And I could have just let her keep it. Now, if only I knew where she was to give it back to her. I don't know why I keep checking this room. That's going to be the kitchen at some point, maybe. There she is.
I'd like to trade some items.
Yeah, you can have your laser musket back. And then I'll give you another fusion cell since I took yours from you. God, maybe I should switch to something that uses them because damn, I got a lot of those. Boop. Alright. Now, actually, think of it, since I can trade
I'll
with
get
you
these
now.
kids whipped into shape. Don't
No, I
worry.
still can't assign you to anything. You're still just gonna hang out there. Alright. So I think, yeah, that more or less does it then. Let's see. Decorations, displays, armor racks. Oh. 1 male and 1 female armor rack. I think that's it, right? And then we'll just throw Minuteman outfits on them and call it a day. I don't know whether or not I'll bother to put combat armor on them or not. That is what I've been equipping the guys with, but I think that's it. Like I said, I need one more person here. I mean, I could technically move in even more people, but one more person for the other artillery piece. And then I could move in more than one person, but I don't know what they would do. I guess I could put the weapons thing down in here and just have like a regular Minuteman person, you know, be like the assistant, I guess, for Ronnie, you know. But I don't know if that would. Oh, you know what though? Instead of using that place as a kitchen, right? Like I was going to, because I was really only going to do that because that's clearly what it was already, right? We can just throw a cooking station outside. What is the... Is it under furniture, maybe? Miscellaneous? That would make sense, right? Yeah. There are weight benches and pommel horses, yeah. Because these raise happiness. Just having them there. And then, you know, we got our sinks in here for people to wash up after they're done. There, and what? There. Can I get rid of these shelves? I can't. Because I can... Should be fine. Horses, though, they... You know what, we might just have one pommel horse. Just because, like, when somebody uses it, it takes up quite a bit. But anyway, there you go, and then nothing more can be built. So we'll leave it at that for today. I would have liked to put a couple of lights in there, maybe, but... But yeah, there we go. The castle, for now, is probably... I think I'll just call it done for now. Obviously, there's a lot more we could do, but it would require a lot more prep work on my part to bring a bunch of stuff here, drop it, scrap it, so that we actually had size. I guess I was going to say space, but that's not what it is. It's called size to build. Like I said, I'll see if I can get one more person to come here. Maybe I'll take a trip over to Sunshine Tidings and see if they have just like somebody that I haven't assigned to anything yet. But I don't know what the hell is wrong with Kate. But also, are all these turrets are down? Why? Because this wire isn't connected to anything. And I can't even attach the wire. Because it doesn't exist right now, apparently. Okay, well, if I store that, right?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
But of course, you know, it's not lined up quite right
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of
for me to
America.
connect to that.
Nothing to report. Stay safe.
Well, you know what though, if it's there, that might work, right? If I just try and like line it up with the edge of that. Nope. Damn it. Oh, but you know what? I don't need to line it up with that, right? Because now that we've built more lights and that, I can like move this over here, right? No, won't let me do that. I don't know why it won't let me build up all there. Store that wire in the workshop. Put you here. Connected to that. No. I wonder, can this just connect directly to that? Yep, it sure can. Alright, well that's easier. Alright. Here. Scrap that. There we go. Is it working again? There we are. That's better. Alright. Oh, you know, I didn't even notice. Did my lights over here turn off like I said they would? I have to imagine they did. Yeah. So anyway, that'll be it for this part. Next part, I actually don't know what we're doing. We'll either clear some more areas or I'll... So what quest do we have? Maybe we'll go and knock out these two first, just to knock them out. And then maybe we'll go to the Tomatoes factory, Andrew Station. Yeah, I think we'll just try and clear out the rest of our quest. So yeah, like I said, we'll knock out these two and then go through some of these miscellaneous ones next week. I don't remember how long any of them will take, but either way. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you then.